Hey, DCL podcast fans, it's Steve. Christy just got off the Disney Dream where she was able to travel with one of her friends and her friend's family. The family consisted of a younger son that was 4 and then an older son, Christopher, who was 21. And he was kind of traveling by himself. He was with the family, but he had a lot of free time on board the ship with himself. And so Christy sat down with him and talked to him about some of the things that he did. He had a great time on this cruise, and we've put together this, or she put together this little snippet with him to talk about his kind of experiences sailing by himself for the most part, even though he was with his family, finding fun things to do even at 21 on board the Disney Cruise Line ship. So hope you enjoyed this quick little snippet, and we wish you all the best this weekend. Thanks for coming back and taking a listen. And as they say, on with the show. Well, hello, and welcome once again to the DCL podcast, where we're inviting you to sit back, relax, and we'll be on our way shortly.
Hi, Christopher. How are you today?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good. It's been a good day.
So we are on night 4 of the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Boo-hoo.
It's a shame. I was enjoying it. I just started to actually start relaxing the whole time too. First 2 days, I was like, this is all new. It's been exploring, and today was like, sunlight feels nice, and I gotta leave tomorrow.
And we leave. So, how old are you?
I am 21.
You'll be 22 when?
22 in May, which is gonna be in about 2 or 3 months now.
Yeah, so what I thought was this would be good to have a chat with a young man who's come on this cruise with his 4.5-year-old brother and stepmom and dad.
Yes.
So maybe not the most traditional group to cruise with.
No, but it was nice. Nice to actually get some quality family time outside of the house, because typically when I come and visit them, it's in the house, and we maybe might go out for dinner, but this was like an actual outing, go explore. First time really going out with Alexander on a new experience for everyone, not just him.
Yeah, and Alexander is the 4.5-year-old.
Yes, Alexander's the 4.5-year-old.
You know, it's his first trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Disney has been great with him.
They have been. People have been really nice with him. When he wasn't having a rough time, he'd have a few tantrums here and there, and the Disney staff were super helpful. They were had little squeaky toys that they were messing with him and got him to laugh and giggle. So they were helpful along the whole way too, which is super nice.
So you had no other friends here because you were with your parents-ish, and you like to go out. So talk about that. Talk about the night scene, especially not traveling with other people.
Yeah, so it was more of a solo adventure for myself, because especially for most of the trip, I hadn't found anyone near my age. And if they were my age, then they were either traveling with other people, other family members, or they were stuck with the kids or something like that. But I seemed to be the only solo young man just wandering about. So I managed to discover just about everything on every floor. Spent the first day or 2 wandering and exploring, and then I checked
You used the app a lot. You figured out, you worked your way to figure out where things were located or what might occur by actually using the app.
I did. I spent a good amount of time actually on the app. I found the map, which was super helpful because I didn't have to go find the nearest one on the wall. I could actually just check my phone even if I was in the middle of the hallway. And then the daily activities was nice because not only could I find stuff for myself that I might be able to go socialize with and go on adventures, but I could also figure out, hey, Alexander, my little brother, he might enjoy this. Why don't you guys go do a family activity, and I might come up and join you guys there. So
yeah, because they didn't one time use that app.
No, they were really bad about it.
We would tell them where to go, but on their own,
yeah.
They were not so guidey on their own.
They were very thankful that I took the time to figure it out, because then I could recommend activities and places to go. And today, unfortunately, was the last day, but I finally showed my dad where the smoothie bar was and where the workout machines were. And I probably should have done that sooner because he definitely wanted to use those, especially with the nice view in front of the treadmills. That was great. So.
Yeah, so do you work out every day?
Pretty much. Today I did one this morning. That was real nice. Yesterday I didn't, but I did the yoga on the beach. And that was great because it was right on the water. The view was amazing. It was on the adult beach, so it was real quiet. real nice. There wasn't a lot of buildings or music. It was just maybe half a dozen people showed up. Maybe I think it was about a half-hour session, and then just kind of get everything calmed down. The weather wasn't horrible that morning, so it was just a really nice experience.
And there was no charge for that, right?
Not that I don't believe so.
No, you would have had to give an okay and sign and give a card. And
Oh, yeah.
so that was Serenity Bay. They did yoga at 10 a.m. And you got there pretty quickly. So that meant that it didn't take that long because I don't think you went off on your own until about 9:25 or 9:35 even. And you made it to yoga in time.
It was closer to 9:50. All I had to do was just wait for the next trolley, hop on that, and it took me around to the right station, got on one more trolley, and went all the way to the end of the runway where Serenity Beach was. So it was actually really quick, and luckily they waited a few minutes make sure everyone showed up, so it wasn't any issue at all getting there on time.
And you spent until about 2 o'clock on Serenity Bay, or at least after 1:30, but I think it was at least 2 or around there.
I joined you guys around 2 o'clock.
So what did you do before then?
Well, there was yoga in the morning, of course, and then after that, I actually got a phone call from my mom, because the first time I had service in a couple days, apparently she had forgotten that I went on a cruise. She's like, where have you been? One of the Airbnb guests needs help. I'm like, I've been away in the Bahamas. She's like, you've been where? I was like, so I had to fill her out on that. And I grabbed a drink and found a spot, and it was really nice going out in the water. I didn't expect it to be so shallow for so far out.
Yeah.
It was like at least 50 feet out, and I was still barely up to my knees. That was really nice. So I got to float around, see some cool fish, just kind of relax. I brought my speaker with me, so I put that under my beach chair with just some music, talked with some people. I ran into a couple that I'd met the day before on the boat, so I chatted with them.
The ship. It's a ship.
Oh, sorry, ship. I'm sorry. It's not. The boat's not big enough. I guess I should know that. Yeah, but that was real nice.
A boat typically doesn't hold other boats.
That's a
and
good
a
point.
ship. Somebody taught me this. A ship holds boats.
Really? Okay. I feel like there's a tongue twister to be found somewhere in there. I'll have to figure that one out. That's good to know. But yeah, so I ran into that couple, and I hung out with them. So I just kind of relaxed. It was nice not having any music, and then just socializing people. And then I came back, and I'm pretty sure I had already been burnt by that point because I forgot to put sunscreen on my face that morning.
You weren't too bad, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
There were some red lobsters at dinner last night.
It got pretty
some
bad.
Big old lobsters.
Yeah, that table behind us was just all pink. I felt bad.
Very red.
Didn't feel good. Yeah, but then I came back and joined you guys at the Family Beach around 2-ish. Yeah, I remember it was after 1:30 because I checked the time.
For sure.
I'm like, I should go just spend some time with everyone else. And then finally, I ran into you guys just out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Yeah, I was wandering around like, which beach? She said it was somewhere in this direction. I think it was somewhere over here.
We actually, that wasn't the normal spot we were, but the kids were playing in the splash pad.
I mean, if it works for you.
It all worked.
It all came together, luckily. I found you guys right in the nick of time, joined my family back, and ran into you guys. So that worked out pretty well. I think the only thing I would have wanted to see there was the bar up on the...
the Outlook?
Yeah, up on the Outlook.
Or whatever it's called.
I don't know.
It's something like that.
Something like that. But it seemed like it had a really good view. So otherwise, I think I hit all the spots on the island.
Yeah, Sarah and I actually went to that bar to get a drink.
Yeah, I heard it. Must have been nice then.
It was.
That's good.
Okay, so the first night you were out until like 1:30 in the morning or something.
Yes.
What kind of fun did you get into?
First night, well, they had a game show. Or, yeah, I guess you'd call it a game show. A game night, I guess is a better term. And it wasn't a lot of people, but they had a good amount of people for that first night come out and participate. And that was really fun. People got really into it. The host was awesome. She's super funny. And so that went on. And then later that night, they had silent disco. So they started handing out headphones and you could change the colors and stuff.
How many people do you think danced in the silent disco?
Silent disco, a lot less
Disney
less people
Cruise
danced.
Line, middle of the night. So, I mean,
yeah.
both of those are the
first
reasons,
night,
but,
too.
Yeah.
So there's another one tonight, actually, which I'll probably go join. But that first night, I would say between 10 and 15 people were either on the dance floor or out in the seats just jamming out with headphones sitting down. So it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to like feel like once you put the music on to kind of feel like there's an atmosphere.
You could have fun.
Yeah.
So, and then the second night you accidentally fell asleep. You took a nap. You got dressed and you were like, I'm going to take a little nap.
I told, because the night before, after the silent disco, because I was having a lot of fun with the host. She was super fun. And she had a good energy. And then afterwards, I actually went down to the main hall and it was totally quiet. So popped open the piano and played a little bit. And some of the staff came over and were watching me. And one of them started singing along with La La Land, one of the songs that I was playing. And so they asked if I was going to come the next night. I was like, yeah, I'll totally come the next night. And that was the night that I fell asleep early. And I felt super bad the next day. Because I was like, yeah, I'll totally meet you guys. We're going to go do a game night. It's going to be great. Let's play piano together. And I ended up falling asleep at like 8:30 at night. So I got like 10 hours of sleep, though. That was nice.
I mean, your little brother woke you up super early.
He did, yeah.
And you were up late, so...
Yeah, I was up till like 1 in the morning.
I think it was later.
Staff. Was it?
Sarah said you came in at like 1:30 or something.
I think that was... Well, I'd come back before then, but she probably noticed because I didn't want to wake Alexander up. So in order to wash my face and wash my armpits and stuff, because I didn't want to take a shower and wake them up, I actually checked the app, which was handy, and found the nearest bathroom that was close to the elevator, and we were on the 8th floor, so I hopped in. The nearest one was on the 3rd floor, so I popped on the 3rd, hit the bathroom, and cleaned up there, and then came back so I wouldn't make a lot of noise.
If you do this again tonight, there's a very nice bathroom on the 12th floor.
Okay, that's good to know. Is it in the back of the ship?
It's on the back, so you just go. It's right next to the elevator.
See, that's good to know.
So deck 12, try that one out.
I will.
It's
I'll have to keep
very
that in mind.
close.
Perfect. Yeah, because I went down to it wasn't bad because it was just like a short walk from the elevator. So I popped over to the 3rd floor, cleaned up, and came back, and that's probably when she noticed that I'd come back in.
Yeah, she said she's never seen someone walk in the room quieter though ever in her life. You were very quiet.
Really good at walking quiet when I was younger.
Yeah.
In the green bedroom, so that's a skill that came in handy not to wake people up.
And then you took a nap, or the next day, a nap for the whole night. And then
Exactly.
Last night you went out again.
Yes. So that was fun. I didn't do quite as much. I just kind of hung out and wandered from bar to bar. There was a woman playing piano at the Pink Bar, the Champagne Lounge.
Yeah.
And that was real nice. I was like the only person in there for 10-15 minutes. So I just got like a private show. The bartender I got to talk to. I actually ran into her earlier today at the Cove Cafe. She recognized me and knew my name, so that was super cool. But I got some music, and I saw the guitarist later on. There was the violinist playing across the hall. So it was just a lot of... Oh, look, sorry for that dragonfly. Yeah, just a lot of music going on in different areas. And then by the end of the night, I'm trying to think... I was a little bit tipsy at that point, so I don't remember the whole night. I think I ran into some people at the game show, I believe, because they were doing some game night stuff. And then we ended up talking, and we actually made it up to the 14th floor where the Outlook was. And then that was at 1 in the morning, and we were all tired, so we were just like, yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. Well, give me your ID, we'll chat, put it in a group chat, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So I did that, and I should be meeting up with them tonight. I don't know, whatever the game is tonight. So that was pretty cool. I got to socialize a bit more, but it was less about the people and more about the entertainment that was going on, because there was stuff the whole night.
Nice. So it seems to me that being an extrovert of sorts has been helpful.
Yes, and...
Because you're kind
definitely.
of finding fun.
Yes. Yeah, and I like doing that, especially because I think that being able to do that kind of thing on your own is it's just a certain skill. Not everybody can go watch a movie by themselves or go to a bar by themselves and feel comfortable enough to just go out and do that. And luckily, I'm able to do that. So I get to meet some interesting people, talk with staff, get interesting experiences, stuff like that. So it's definitely benefited on this trip, especially when there's not a lot of people my age, where I don't just get to go find a gang of people and wander around with them. So I have to go find and create moments myself. So I got to go down to the Cove and chat with some other parents there who were taking some time to escape, so that was fun. And then I got to talk with the trainer at the workout facility. He's actually the one who introduced me to the yoga, so I'm glad I got to talk with him. I never would have learned about that if it wasn't for him. So just being able to go out and create these experiences on my own without necessarily needing someone with me the whole time.
That's awesome. All right, so any other comments or tips that you would like to give young adults, maybe cruising with either their family or friends, but if they're not already showing up with a pod?
It definitely helps to be able to talk with people outside of your age group, because on a cruise like this, most of the people are either parents or young kids. There's not a lot of people around 21 or that age. There's some teenagers, but they've got their own activities. I'm in the drinking age now, so I don't qualify for those anymore. So being able to socialize with the older group, and then kids are endlessly entertaining if you take the time to watch them. So being able to socialize with different age brackets, I guess you could say, and then exploring. Do a lot of exploring, because you never know what you're going to find. I wasn't sure. This is my first cruise, so I had no idea what to expect. So I went out and found everything I could, and once I knew the place, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what to do tonight, because I already found it the first day or two. So there's entertainment, movies, but being able to explore and talk outside of your age bracket seemed to be my best bet this trip.
Aw, I love that. Well, thank you. Thank you for giving us your insight.
Absolutely. Happy to help.
All right, that's it for tonight. Talk to you later.
The DCL podcast is not affiliated with the Disney Cruise Line, Walt Disney Company, Adventures by Disney, or Run Disney. All of the opinions expressed on our shows are those of the hosts and the guests who appear on the show. If you have any questions about any of these products, please contact the Walt Disney Company.